Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Painting in Place. I'm Scott, and today, well, I think we're gonna finish the Drow Empress. I know we were really close not last week, on Saturday. We were really close on Saturday. Pretty sure we're gonna get there today. So, yeah, she is already looking fantastic. Today we're gonna hit eyes, and we'll see how this goes. Yeah. I don't really have any other announcements other than that. Oh, wait, actually, no, I do. Before we get started, I want to say we have a new video up today. We have been putting our backlog of the Gauntlet back online over on our YouTube channel. So if you've missed any episodes of the Gauntlet, as well as some of the other episodes of Painting Party, which will be rolling out this week, you can pop on over to our YouTube channel to check those out. Is that it? Is that it? Oh, one thing I do want to say, some of you who have been followers of us for a very long time may also notice that there is not currently a new Miniature Monday video that has gone online as of this morning. That is 100% my fault. We had a lot of stuff going on here at the tavern, and by the time we had the shooting schedule worked out, well, it just didn't happen. So I'm sorry, but I do want to say we are currently working towards maybe making this a little more frequent of a thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then nothing has happened. Nothing is wrong, and everything is fine. Let's see here. Oh, hey, Mr. Awesome. Great to see you. Eric, good to see you as well. Benjamin, hello, hello. No worries for being late. Computers, they're such a problem. Oh, Eric, you've got to go to the doctor now. No worries at all. I hope that your appointment goes well. Best of luck to you, and hey, hopefully we'll be here for 2 hours, so hopefully we'll see you when you're done. So yeah, I think that's enough from me. Let's go ahead and get right down into this. Let me get our cameras up. Or not cameras, lights. Alley-oop. Yes. So, as I said, she's looking pretty darn good. Oh, and actually, Mr. Awesome, you're here right now. Before we get too far into things, I want to let you know that I got the file for your mini, and he has turned out pretty good. He still needs to be liberated from the supports here, but yeah. It turned out great. So I will be messaging you and figuring out what sort of color palette you are going to be wanting for your mini. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and just get going into our Drow Empress. We are on details. Details include eyes. Ho Nelly, time to do those eyes. So, the way that we're going to do this is it's a term that I've been taught as raccooning. And the reason for that is we're going to darken up the entire area around the eyes. Oh, hey, Brioni, great to see you. Hello, hello, how are you? So yeah, we're going to darken up the area around the eyes and then sink the white into that, and then be able to go back in with some darker colors. Rather than trying to get the eye perfect on the first try, we're going to start with a wider area and then bring the other colors back in to try and get that perfect almond shape. So that being said, the color that we used for her skin tone was Flesh Wash. So let's go ahead and bring that out. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. So this is the Flesh Wash by Army Painter. Hey, Crumb the Crusher, how's it going? You ready to crush? So we're gonna go ahead and get a little bit of our Flesh Wash onto the palette here. We don't need a lot. Oh, yeah, he's ready to crush. Look at that. All right, so a little bit of this Flesh Wash onto the palette. We're going to get that onto our brush. Okay, bubbles, go away. And we don't want a huge amount, but just enough that we're going to go through. All right, let's get these even closer so that we can get a very nice view while I'm doing this. Come on. Work with me here, light. Aha! There we go. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and just darken the entire eye. Glob. Glob. And there we go. And we're gonna let this rest like this. You can see I've kind of given her like flesh wash sunglasses. Just gonna let that dry as is. Maybe take a little bit away, but not much. There we go. And now for the fun of watching paint dry. So while we wait for this paint to dry, how's everyone doing this week? How's the start to everyone's week going? I know personally, I woke up this morning and I had energy drained from me. I don't know what happened this weekend, but this morning I woke up and just had no energy whatsoever. I've had my coffee. I couldn't have too much because I can't have shaky hands on this. So I'm trying to get some water in my system here. Grom the Crusher. Had a great and busy weekend playing games with friends, but now I'm happy to just have a quiet, lazy Monday today. Nice. 2 sessions of D&D and 1 Gloomhaven in 3 days. That is a lot of tabletop. Mr. Awesome had a good game last night. Fantastic. Benjamin doing all right. Mr. Awesome, are you in the game that that Josh is running? Is that am I seeing some overlap there? Yeah, man. Brioni also woke up exhausted for no appreciable reason. Yeah, that is. I get it. I don't get it. I don't know why, but I get it. All right, that is drying nicely. Hey, you are cool. What are you playing, Mr. Awesome? Are you is this is Fury the mini for that game? Mr. Awesome crushed it last night. You're getting so much use out of that emote. I'm so happy with it. Now we gotta. Yep, you're playing Fury. Nice. So, okay, based on the mini itself, I'm going to guess either Rogue or Ranger. With the dual wielding and the bow, my immediate thought would be that you're a Ranger. But that dagger itself is kind of sinister looking, and I know that that's a nice pick for rogues. So there we go. Yep. All right. So that's dry enough to a place that I can start working on other things. I didn't want to move this around too much because I didn't want that wash to fall away from the eyes and go into, say, like a let me pop this up as well. I didn't want the wash to fall away from the eyes and get onto the skin elsewhere. But now that's dried enough that if I move things around, it's not going to seep away. So let's go ahead and move on to the other details. I really wanted to have these kind of the buckles on her armor that are holding the robes up. I kind of wanted those to be golden. Now, unfortunately, that was a thought that I should have had later, because the best way to do gold is to actually start painting it brown, and then you can kind of work your way up from there. But I'm worried that I might have limited my ability with that. So what I might do instead, I'm not liking the purple that's shining there. So I think we're actually just going to go ahead and darken those down and make them kind of a darker color. So I've already got here this German gray that is set to go. I was using this earlier to do some touch-ups on another model that I've been painting. So I think we can go ahead and just take this and put this on these little buttons here. Yep, and already that detail is popping much more. It's not very large and it's not very noticeable, but that's why this step is called detail work. You know, we are getting into those finer details. Yeah, I like that. So let's clean that off. And we're just going to work our way up. This ghost gray, I gotta say, has become one of my favorite colors to use to work our way up and highlight. So with these buttons, we're just going to give them a nice quick little shine on them to make it look as though they're metallic. Again, working with non-metallic metals here. There's that. And there's that. Brilliant. And then we're going to go ahead and just go straight to this gray and give it just a little bit of a dot. Bloop. Bloop. And there we go. Gosh, it is impossible to see on this camera. That's okay. We are almost done with her anyway, because now the last thing really that we need to do, don't, is to get those eyes. So to get those eyes done, we are going to be working with just a straight matte white. We don't need much of this at all. So this is Matte White by Army Painter. Well, let's see here. Fury has leather armor and a black cloak with red outlines. Okay, so like red trim on the cloak. Here, we'll I anticipate. Oh, hey, music. Jeez. Play. Come on. Remember last week how I said that I would not forget? Yeah. Clearly, I didn't. There we go. Fury one-shotted a wolf last night, and then the wolf's friends one-shotted him back. Oh no, it was a pretty epic trade of blows. Luckily, the Grave Cleric was able to stabilize him without much trouble. Nice. Oh yeah, Grave Clerics are so handy to have in a party. Okay, so we've got our brush loaded up with matte white, and really what we're trying to do is go for that perfect almond shape. Are we going to get it perfect on the first try? Chances are not. That's what the wash was for. We wanted to darken up the area to then allow ourselves to have more of an area to come back in. Now, the reason that I used Flesh Wash is it was what was recommended to me by my painting instructor back when I first painted Drowse with him. Although looking at this now, I don't know if I would end up doing that again in the future. I'm going to shut up now, though, because I'm about to paint this eye on. All right, this is going to be out of focus for you all. I apologize. Okay. And there we go. Now, so as you can see, hold on, let me get the focus trick that we had going on before. And actually, I can pump this up all the way up to here and get you guys a very nice view. I'm on my A game today, guys. So as you can see, one eye is looking okay, the other eye is not looking great. However, again, that is why we gave ourselves room to now darken this in. All right, we're gonna switch back to autofocus for now. That's why we gave ourselves room. We can now go back in with our original colors of the dark blue and clean up those edges. It's so much easier to make something smaller than it is to do it perfect on the first try. Just trying to get this other eye a little bit bigger. It's a little small to start. There we go. There we go. That's looking better. As best as you can see it on the camera here. Killed 3 goblins and 1 wolf. Nice. Are you guys all starting at level 1? Oh yeah, enemy crits are just as deadly at level 1. Absolutely. Okay. So now with that done, we're going to go in with our original skin color, which for us is royal purple. And now we're just going to bring those eyes smaller and smaller and smaller until we get that shape that we want. Uh-oh. And there we go. So now, those eyes are much cleaner. Still not perfect. So I'm going to try and fix that. There we are. Now, unfortunately, I did a thing and accidentally put in a couple of dots where her eyes, where her pupils would be, of her skin tone purple. And we don't want that at all. So now I'm going to take some matte white, and mine got a little watered down. So I'm going to put a little bit more in there and just clean up that inside now. However, the edge line that we wanted has already been created, so we're good there. There we go. We're going to let that dry. And then we are going to put a little more white in there. We want this white to be very stark, very a drastic look to it, you know? Let me see what I can do here about this. There we go. And let's get our focus up. Okay, it should be right at about... I practiced this beforehand, guys, so I could give you a good focus pull on it. Why is that not working? Autofocus is off. Come on. Come on. Configure this. Well, apparently I've lost. Oh, there it goes. Now it works. Jeez. All right, here we go. So there are her eyes. Now that was the easy part. Now, all right, apply again. Come on, there you go. Now we get to do the hard part of the pupils. Yep. Now, we could go crazy, and we could give her colored pupils if we wanted to. I think, though, for this model, for now, I'm going to go ahead and retouch up those eyes ever so slightly. There we go. I think we're gonna go with just standard black pupils. I don't wanna go too crazy with this, you know? We could. We 100% could. Oh, thank you, Benjamin. Yeah, she is coming along. She's coming along quite nicely. So here is the trick with doing pupils. Oh, that is getting... here's the trick with doing pupils. It's very easy to make someone look cross-eyed. And so what we want to do is have her... Looking forward is tough. Giving her eyes looking at something is easier. So rather than having her look straight forward, we're going to try having her looking slightly off to the side. So we're going to get out our matte black for this. And this is Matte Black by Army Painter. And I find that this color is already pretty watered down to start with, so we're not going to need to do anything. And we're really going to try and get this to a perfect point, which it looks like we've got right now. And let's do this. Now, here's the other trick with doing pupils. You don't want to do a dot. You actually want to do a line, a small line from the top to about the middle. That is going to help a lot and is also much easier to do. Wow. There we go. And now just the ittiest little touch up on the one side. There we go. Oh, Nelly. Okay. So now, let's see if I actually get this camera to work again. It might not. Come on. Obey me. I need you to do exactly what I want you to do. How about now? There we go. And there she is with the pupils. Close up, looks kind of funky. now that I look at it. But we bring this away to, you know, about here. And she's definitely staring something down. So, hi. I think she's done. not to try and get too overexcited, but she's done. She still needs sealing. And I'm still gonna need to touch up the bottom bit where she's, you know, seated. I want to color that appropriately. It doesn't have to be perfectly done, but just enough so that when she's taken off of the throne, it looks pretty good. Oh, she's not done. Oh my gosh, she's not done. Because you know what we didn't do? You know what we did not do? We did not highlight her crown. We did not highlight the gem on the crown. Haha, whoo, I knew we still had a couple things to do. That's okay. That's not going to take any time whatsoever. So let's knock this out really quick. So we've already got this over here put together. Let's mix some of this up. This is going to be our first bit of highlighting on the crown. See, look at me getting, like, overly excited. I still had work to do. Alright, let's add a little bit more in. That one was not great, actually. At least on this side. So let's go back with that darker color and just clean that up. There we go. And then adding even more. So we just get a little strip. There's that. All right, crown's highlighted. Let's highlight the gem. So we started with emerald green. I just got a package. I didn't order anything. And we're going to work our way. What do we do for the throne? Shoot. Where did I put that card? It's around here somewhere. Let's work our way up to... Did we work our way up to Dungeon Slime? Is that what we did? I kind of feel like that's what we did. Yeah, we're going to do that. All right, so starting with that emerald green, because we've already shaded our gem here, so now we're just bringing the main colors back. There we go. Let that dry. All of you panicking like, oh no, what's gonna happen once we finish the drow? Don't worry, I got plans. Today's not just gonna be a 30-minute episode. Don't worry, we'll go for the full 2 hours. All right. Then we're gonna add in a little bit of the Dungeon Slime. So, Crom, how many players are in that session you're running? And a little more Dungeon Slime. And a little more Dungeon Slime. It's just how it goes. Just a little more, a little more, a little more. Now just put a little dot on the very top there. Blink. There we go. Gem is highlighted. So now, what I should do is actually blend all of these with a... Oh, that's something I forgot to do. It's been so long since I've done a humanoid. I've done, I forgot to do her lips. So, to do lips, for her, since she's got that purple skin, we're going to use purple, but we're going to do a lighter purple. So we're going to actually do runic purple for her underlip, I think. And we're only going to do one lip. We're not gonna do both lips. We're just gonna do, we're only gonna do the one. We had 5 last night. First time GMing on Roll20, but it went well. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Yeah, that first time on Roll20 can be a lot. It can be a lot. All right, so we're just gonna hit the underlip. again, it's so hard to see on this camera. I'm in the process of getting another camera figured out, so we're getting there. You had lost power at the home through the game. Oh no, that's rough. That is indeed very rough. All right, just cleaning up this lip a little bit. It got a little pouty, and we don't want that. There we go. There it is. Okay, so let's wash these now. Or not wash. We're not going to wash right now. We are going to give them all a really quick what's the word I'm looking for? Glaze. A glaze is what we're aiming to do. So we're going to take the Druchii Violet, which we used for the armor. Oh, for the love of everything, please just stay open. There you go. We're going to put a little bit of this on our... Oh. Apparently I didn't clean my brush enough there. All right, so yeah, we're going to take a little bit of this and we're going to put it on our palette here. And we're going to... use our clean water, which... I tell you, last time I did this... if you remember from the dragon, didn't go great. I'm actually, you know what? No, I should. All right, there we go. I'm nervous to do this, but we're gonna do it. There we go. So I'm just taking the wash that I already used and watering it down pretty severely to go back over everything. And what this does is it really softens up those layer lines, so it helps to blend even more. Now, there are other applications for glazing. This is the one that I was taught. And it really is. It's smoothing out all of those lines. Let's go into the body armor. There we go. Oh, hey, RJ, how's it going? Good to see you. We're just finishing up the Drow Empress here. We are on to glazing. That has that's done her armor. Let's go ahead and do then her her legs, and for that we have our green tone somewhere around here. Green tone. There we go. And there it is. There's that. Now on to red tone for her cape. Maybe? Kind of? Sort of? Where you at, Red Tone? There you go. Alright, here we go. Alright, and I see that the red tone was not fully watered down, so I'm just gonna make sure I go through and remove anything that could be considered shading with that. We don't want to undo all of the highlighting that we've already done. There we go. Cool. Much better. For her skin, I actually think I'm going to try watering down a blue tone. I don't want to go back over with the flesh wash. I actually didn't like where that was going. So I'm going to take just the littlest amount of this blue tone and go over with that. I think that should work nicely. It's kind of dark, so I'm going to be watering this down a lot. Alright, even more. There it is. Alright, so let's give this a go. Boy howdy, man, even watered down, that is so dark. So, I'm gonna make sure that I wick that away. Cool. And then we're gonna get the arms. People outside have discovered that they had a package. I'm realizing that I forgot to put out my recording in progress. Please be courteous sign. That's okay. Maybe I should have. Alright, and then when glazing the face, you know, we want to be careful of those eyes, because we don't want to undo all of that hard work that we just did. So, we're going to be very careful. And there we go. How much inspiration do you have saved up? Crom. Wow. That is... Yeah, no, the week that you're off, you're just... You're gonna be nuts. Maybe I should implement the rule that players aren't allowed to spend it. No, I wouldn't do that to you. You guys have been saving up. You deserve it. Well, to be fair, Ben, you've been using a lot of spins of the Chaos Wheel. So if anyone's watching and has no idea what we're talking about, you'll note that for watching this show, you get little, you're able to get what we're calling inspiration points. And you get to spend those. Whoa, Crom, wait. Oh, goodness gracious. Settle down, Crom. So you can redeem points. So Crom just redeemed an adrenaline surge for the next attack in the gauntlet. So on our Friday show, which is the gauntlet, you can redeem these points that you gain for watching any of our shows to directly affect what's happening in the game. Such as giving characters inspiration, or spinning the wheel of chaos and having something happen. No one knows what. All sorts of stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. Do you get more points for talking in chat? No, you don't get more points for talking. But you will note every so often a little blue box will... oh, hey, Carrie, how's it going? A little blue box will appear in the corner. And if you click that, it'll appear next to where it counts the inspiration. And if you click that, then you get more inspiration for clicking that. It rewards you for being an active viewer as opposed to like just turning it on and walking away. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go carry 8 grand. Wow. Alright, now I'm gonna give you guys the nice close-up because I'm pretty sure she's done. Alright. So, here she is. It is a very dark image. If I take this down, is that going to help out at all? No, that's not going to help out at all. So it's a very dark image, but yeah, you get the idea. There she is. Super excited to spend. Also for mobile users, we figured out the only way to upgrade your subscription. Oh, that's annoying. All right, yeah. So we're gonna let that. We're gonna let those washes dry, or the glazing dry, because I want to actually, for you all, before we finish, I want to actually put her on her throne so you can see what that's gonna look like. However, we haven't even hit an hour yet. What in the world are we going to do? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's go ahead and just do a good job. Oh, Crom the Crusher, thank you. Now you get the Deerman emote. All right, we're gonna clear this away since we're not really gonna be doing much with paints anymore. I'm not gonna be leaving this brush in the water. You never wanna do that. You never want to drop it in and have it resting on the bottom. That will deform your brush. And as we saw today, using or making eyes, it is very important that we have a perfect tip to our brush. And also, something you'll note is I did this entire mini with this one brush. So you can do a lot with, I believe this is a number 1. A number 1 brush, and the guy who taught me how to paint does everything, I believe, with a number 2, so an even thicker brush than this, and he can dot those eyes and get perfect pupils every single time. So you can do fine detail work with a large brush. It just takes practice. Now I'm going to set that aside for now, because while everything is drying and before we put the queen on the throne, I thought it would be nice to go ahead and liberate this this miniature. Now, what do I mean by liberate? Liberating is the process of removing all of this this 3D printed structure from the mini itself. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, this is the mini that was designed by Mr. Awesome in the chat, and I decided on a whim to go ahead and print this, paint this, and get it going. So I'm actually going to record this process because we're going to I'm going to do a time-lapse video of this later. So let's get to liberating. Tools that we're going to need for this: we are going to need our clippers, we're going to need tweezers, we are going to need a precision knife, and I use this this kind of dent. I believe it's a metallic sculpting tool, but I find that very helpful. And honestly, what you really need to do is just start going at it. You are going to occasionally apply pressure in places that is going to make you think, oh my gosh, I might be breaking this. You're not going to break it. Alley-oop. Now, that being said, you might break it. It is very possible to break these. And that is also why I've got some super glue here off to the side, so that in case anything does go wrong, I can fix it. And the wonderful part about 3D printing these is if it does break, I'm just going to print another one. All right. Now, is this the perfect print? No. You'll see there's a lot of things going on here that's referred to as stringing. There's settings that I can take care of in my program that will fix that. However, it's also not the end of the world. All right. And just like that, there's a good chunk of the base removed. And now you can see it's not the best quality. This is where you can kind of see that the quality, it doesn't turn out brilliant. But there's the name down there. I'll see if I can't clean that up. To be honest, it's with my printer, it's not gonna look great. Right now it looks like it says Fury Terminal. Yeah, that will show up better in a resin printer than it will my printer. Now, one other thing that I'm going to point out is I actually printed this guy at a 45-degree angle, and this is a lovely little trick that actually lets you get much higher quality, because if you're printing just at a normal angle, a lot of the details on the face are going to be lost because those are on the horizontal line. And so you're going to see all of the layers in the printing itself kind of chewing away at the detail of the face. By printing it at a 45, all of those details on the face are looking up. So you're no longer losing all of those fine details because they're not in line with the line of the printer itself. So fun tricks that I've developed over time in doing this. Like I said, it took me roughly 6 months to get my settings to a place where I felt comfy doing printing miniatures at this size. And I am still, every single day, improving on my process. Now, I will also say, painting is one of those really calm and relaxing things to me. Liberating miniatures from their supports, that's the time that I curse. Because those are the times where I'm just sitting there going, just freaking do what I tell you. Because there are areas where you can go, where you can be very aggressive, and then there's other areas where you need to be delicate. And the tricky part is riding that line. Come on. Ah, there we go. That's gonna open. Ooh, that shot. There we go. That's opening it up. There are some people who have their settings in such a way that the support material literally just falls right off of the entire thing. As you can see, mine's not there. Oh, hey, Manic Pixie Traveler. Or Travel. Manic Pixie Travel. There we go. That's a good break right there. Ooh, all right. Now we're getting to some area where I gotta start being really careful. The hands, in particular, are an area to be cautious, as well as, you know, blades like the sword here. Sword seems to be doing pretty well. Oh, all right. There's a chunk. This is also something that I look forward to not having to deal with when I get a resin printer. Liberating minis from a resin printer is a lot simpler. Whew, all right. I can already tell you, now that I'm doing this work, I can feel the temperature in the room rising. Well, here's going to be a pretty big reveal part here. right, we can now see a good chunk of the front of him. Hey, HFW14, hello, hello, hello. How are you doing today? All right. Now these underside pieces are the parts that are going to be harder to get at. But that's okay. All right, that's gonna need clipping. There's that, and there's that. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now you should be okay. Okay, I see where I'm going to be getting some torque and where I need to be still more careful is with that bow. That bow is going to be needing a lot of care. So let's move away from that. Let's try and get some of this other stuff off. Like, we can work on the face here. Whew, I almost broke the sword right there. The key word there is almost. I did not. There will be a game on Wednesday. I'm happy, though tired. That's a... I like that description. Happy, though tired. I feel like that's... We were just talking about how a lot of us are uncharacteristically tired right now. Ah, hey, this one piece right here is going to pull away and reveal the entire face. That's going to be nice. There it is. There's his face. Oh, it's a crossbow on his back, yeah. I mean, yeah, I knew that. Alright. Can't turn that way. That'll break the arm, so I gotta turn it this way. Good. Let's go ahead and clip that. There we go. Let's clip you here, and that's going to pull you out perfect. It's like trying to undo a very fragile puzzle. And at one point, if you do it wrong, it will break. And not only do you have to start all over, but you have to wait to get a new one. Because, printing time, this took about 3 hours to print. So that kind of gives you a sense of also the amount of delicacy that I'm attempting to take here, because I don't want to have to use another 3 hours of my printer to make another. It's not that it's a problem, it's just I could then use those 3 hours to print other things. This part here is being difficult, and I can't tell why. Let's get in there with the clipper. You've been clipped, haven't you? Ah, there we go. And now you should be able to peel back. Why are you not peeling back? You are on the bow, the crossbow. All right. So if I start here and peel back. Whew, that bow is going to be tricky. I did this. Let's hold off on the bow. Let's get the rest of him going. There we go. Hey, Eric. Doctor saw you early and left early. Now you're home and able to watch. Oh, it's so good to have you back. It's so great to have you back. Tried to create a program for a perfect time in the game, accidentally did something wrong and failed. I don't speak English well, so I use a translator. Oh, no worries at all. I mean, I don't know if you're using a translator now, but... And, you know, I remember you from last week, HFW14. And for what it's worth, I think you speak English pretty darn well. Come on, come on. Twist and twist and twist and break. Yeah. There's a bit on the underside there. Now, you may also be looking at this thinking, wow, that is a lot of wasted material to make a single mini. And yes, yes it is. This 3D printing process is not, in its current state, very green at all. Which I do my best to recycle all of my old, all of my waste material. Which at times can be a harder process than you would think. Okay, we've got everything but the bow. I'm trying my darndest to not clip the thing that I know is in there, but weaken the structure around it. Like that. Ooh. I actually got kind of lucky with a couple of those clips. the recurve of the crossbow itself was not where I expected it to be. I could have very easily clipped that off, but now that I can see it, I can clip in and around in places where I know that it's not, in an attempt to give me more access. Oh, is that it? Oh, it's close. It's so close. Oh, I'm bending it. I'm bending it. That's not good. Okay. Oh, no. All right, it's weakened. The structure of the actual bow is weakened now, which is going to make my job much harder. This piece may end up breaking. However, this would be a very easy fix of gluing it back on. So I'm going to try and get as much of it as I can without having to resort to that. Oh my gosh. Just come off. Just come off. Okay, I hate to say it, but it's gonna break. It is going to break, and I'm probably gonna do that break on purpose, because here's the deal. It is currently, with the amount of stress that's been put on the piece, it is no longer structurally sound. So it's actually going to be stronger for the Mini for me to give it a break and then fix it afterwards with super glue. There's just no way around that. Ooh, wait. Wait. I spoke too soon. Alright, let's get this done here. Okay, well, there is a little bit of cleanup work to be had. However, there he is. Fury Tea Leaf. Yeah. Great model. I'm really liking this. Where's my obnoxiously loud drill? All right. So yeah, Mr. Awesome. So you had messaged me in the Discord, obviously, and I got it. I was able to get this mini. Let's go ahead here and chat shortly, and get a color palette picked out. I know you had mentioned in the chat what colors you were thinking, but I want to make sure that I have them in a space where it doesn't go away. Yeah, he's looking great. Cool. Only imagine the rest of the stuff that I had to cut away from now. Yeah, so now that that's done, you can see here just the volume of stuff that we needed to take away, which is obnoxious. It really is. But, you know, has to be happened. It has to, it's a part of the process. Let's hide this under my head here. Go away. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this this turns out as well. I'm hoping that by the time we get to work on this, I can actually have a better camera setup. I'm trying to figure out how to get the cameras that I currently have, how to have them zoomed in, so we can actually, you know, get a good quality picture of that being painted. If I don't get that set up by next week, I'm going to go ahead and we'll paint something else. Hold on though, before we get to that, she is now dry. HFW14, where can you watch our games? So right now we've only got the one game going on, and that's, you can see that here on our channel. Our main show is on Fridays. It is the Gauntlet. And yeah, you can check that out. It's at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And at the moment, that's the closest thing to a streamed D&D game that we have. We don't have any full, you know, campaigns going on. But the Gauntlet's pretty fun. I think we did a pretty good job with that show. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull the rest of this sticky tack off here. I'm handling her more than I would like, actually. I was hoping that this sticky tack would come off much easier, but it's not. At the risk of damaging her for you all to see. There we go. So, here's our queen. She is looking pretty regal, but what is a queen without her throne? Oh, dang. That's nice. I'm a fan of that. Let's, yeah, I'm not even gonna try and play with the camera right now, but that's looking pretty good. And because she's magnetized, she just comes right off No sign under there. There's sign under there, but I'm going to be taking care of that. And yeah, no, she's solidly on there. Cool. Well, now that I've done that, let's go ahead and just retack her, because I need to put a finishing coat on her so that I can actually handle her without fear of her getting hurt. And then I'll paint her underside afterwards. It's not going to be anything special. It's just going to be similar colors, because you're not really going to see that except for when she's off of the throne, in those moments that I pull her off. But yeah, no, she looks pretty darn good. I'm really happy with how that turned out. Yeah, so I was talking about something else before I got sidetracked. Right, yes. So there we go. There's the Drow Empress on her throne, or Drow Queen, or Dark Elf Queen on her throne, as the official stated title of that miniature by Reaper. If you are interested in painting this mini, you can pick it up from Reaper's website. She is part of the Reaper Bones, or Reaper Black series. There are links in our YouTube videos. I don't think I've put any links in the video below, but you can check it out over at our YouTube, or if you just want to go over to Reaper.com and type in Dark Elf Queen on Throne, that will pop up. And wow, the Shadow Dragon is done. The Dark Elf Queen on the throne is done. That is, we don't have anything lined up next, so I want to take, we've got plenty of time left, throw this out to the chat really quick and see what you all are interested in seeing next time. I personally would love to get Mr. Fury Tea Leaf here painted. I think that would be a lot of fun. However, if I don't have the proper ability to get a good shot of this being painted, I don't want to do that to you. I want you all to be able to see what's being painted and have a good view of it. So I'm going to be doing my best to get our camera set up in a way. I keep doing this because my hope is to actually do an over-the-shoulder shot with our camera that is on a that has a lens. Unfortunately, we're having difficulties setting it up with our streaming program. So if I am unable to paint Fury next, I want to put a few options out there. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be able to get all of them. However, I'm going to say that the next thing is going to be massive if we're not painting Fury. Our options are something that has been aging away underwater for a very long time, an ancient evil, or a tunneling horror. I'm not going to say exactly what the models are, and also know that if I'm unable to get all of that, or if I'm unable to get that specific one, we might have to go for a second choice. But for you all, let me know what of those three you would like to see. So an ancient evil, something that has been aging underwater for a very long time, or a tunneling horror. I promise they will all be large. They all sound sweet. The underwater one sounds sweet. Fury or the sea thing. Cool. So what I'll probably do is I'll put a post up on Facebook. You can go ahead and answer that poll as well. Although I'm seeing a lot for the ancient evil. I've got time. I'm gonna head to the shop after this. Well, I think that that's going to do it. So I want to take this time to say thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for joining. If you are enjoying this and have not already hit that follow button, please follow us here on Twitch. It means a lot to us. If you would like to see reruns of everything that we've done, you can do so over at our YouTube channel. You can find links in the widgets below. And in addition, I want to give a big thank you to all of our patrons out there. You guys are really helping us and to continue to grow and make better content. It's because of you that I'm actually able to figure out how to get this better camera to work. If you are interested in becoming a patron, you can head on over to our Patreon. Again, there's a link in our widget, and you get cool things like access to the maps that we use in the Gauntlet, as well as behind the scenes videos and a new private show that I'm going to be doing for our patrons called Brewpub, where I'm just going to be sitting around and making some homebrew material with those brewmasters. So, with all that being said, I don't believe we're going to have a post-show hangout today because I got to get running and pick up some stuff. So I will see you next week. Yeah, I'm trying to do this as a solid thing. I'll see you Friday on the Gauntlet, Saturday at Painting in Place, or Monday at another Painting in Place. See you all.